Kelly.
I'm Kevin.
Oh, this is Peyton, our little fussy butt right now. We recently said in one of Kara's vlogs that we considered starting our own, and so Travis had suggested that a bunch of you guys come up with questions for us, and so our first video would be a Q&A. So that's what we're doing tonight. Kevin is not so excited about it, but he's being a sport. So I wrote down all the questions. We're just going to kind of go through them. There's quite a few of them, but we'll make them kind of quick. And this could be comical. So, first question is, how did we meet? Be careful.
We met at a bar.
So we were both out with some friends of ours. He was out with some coworkers and I was out with some girlfriends. And it was probably close to the end of closing time. We were at the worst bar in town. And I remember walking up to the bar and I turned to my right and he was sitting on a stool or a chair or something.
I just got there to that bar. I looked at her and she looked at me and she went, "Hi!" And I was in love at first sight because she was gorgeous. And anyways, she got my phone number and didn't call me for a month. A month later. So we went on our first date.
I remember calling him too. Like, I don't remember what made me want to, because like I said, I don't remember much of the first night we met. But I remember sitting in my car, in my driveway, and I was like looking through my phone and I found his phone number. And I was going to go out for a drink that night anyway, and I thought, well, why don't I call him?
Yeah.
And so that's how our relationship started. And the next question is, when did we meet? So the first time we met had to have been in July, because the first time that we actually went on a date was in August. So it was July of the year that I turned 21. So it was over 8 years ago that we met. That was quite a long time ago. Which brings us to, how long have we been together? We haven't been together consistently for that 8+ years. We've had some rough spots that we've been apart.
2.
But anyway, we've come back, as you can see.
The longest we were split up was 6 months.
Really?
Mm-hmm. That's
it?
That's it.
It feels like a lot longer for some of us.
It was a great 6 months.
Whatever. Oh gosh. What's our favorite dinner to cook? What's your favorite?
Favorite thing to cook? I like making steak on the grill.
And I think you guys probably all know that, because if you've watched Kara's vlogs, you've seen us make a lot of steaks for them. And every time that they come over, it's him cooking for them. It's not me. Because he's really good at making steaks.
Well, I just like to cook in general.
And you're really good at it.
It's fun. I like things with lots of flavor.
Which would lead us to, I'm going to force him to do some cooking videos, because he's like, I don't really cook that much, but I'm going to make him, and he's right, we don't cook a whole lot. We kind of cook for occasions, like when Wink and Kara come over. And you'll notice we call him Wink, we don't call him Travis.
No.
That came from a childhood.
It's Winky.
Yeah.
I don't call him Travis.
So you won't hear us say that name. But you'll notice that, I don't know what I was just saying.
Cooking.
We cook for occasions, and that's generally like when we have people come over, and it's usually him cooking. But I like to make like a lot more vegetables and stuff like that. I never do it because he doesn't really eat them.
I do. Okay, I do.
So, why did we name our little peanut here Peyton? I think for us, I had so many names going through my head. He pretty much hated all of them. And so we were looking through this name book one day, and he saw the name Peyton. And he goes, let's name her Peyton. And I went, okay, fine.
That was the one name we agreed on after hundreds.
Yeah, literally. And at that point, I think I was just done being turned down with names. And it was the one name I didn't dislike. I actually liked the name Peyton. So that's how we named her that. And somebody asked too, what would we have named her if it were a boy? For me, I knew it was a girl from the moment I found I was pregnant. And so when we found out the sex, I was just waiting to hear I was right. So I never thought of boy names. I think the one name that we thought of early on was Easton, We really liked that name for a boy. But he was adamant about a boy named being Bane. B-A-I-N.
Because it's so
like,
manly.
Bane.
All I could think of was like my kid in football in high school and announcing his name as Bane.
Even the way he laughs, like, oh.
So awesome.
And I just was not having that. But we didn't have to worry about that anyway because I was right. It was little Peanut, our little girl.
And she's perfect. Next
She
question.
literally is. She's a happy baby. Okay, why did we decide to vlog? For me, you know, you always hear Kara talk about, or Travis talk about how they have so much footage of Elena. And for me, that was a lot of it. If we're doing this, then it gives us a reason to videotape our life, to catch moments of what we're doing. And I don't know if that's what you would say, but...
I would agree, because I never pick up the camera, and so I guess this would give us the opportunity to just tell ourselves to film more.
You know, and it's not like we have to post it on YouTube. I mean, we could literally just film, but I think it kind of forces us to do it more too. And I think it's fun to kind of share your life. You know, watching Wink and Kara do it has been... I watch their vlogs all the time. I love watching them. I think it's awesome. Kevin's not really... Honestly, he's not really into the whole vlogging thing. It's not that he dislikes it, but he just doesn't have the real interest in it like I do with watching vlogs.
Yeah, I guess not. I like watching Kara and Travis's.
Yeah, but they're your family too.
Yeah, and I tend to not have a filter, so I tend to be kind of crude sometimes, so...
He's warning you now. You heard it.
I gotta keep myself in check, especially when the camera's on.
That's okay. We'll be fine. I can delete those little parts.
Yeah.
Are you hungry again? I just fed you.
Next question.
Okay. So do we watch other vloggers? Like I said, I like to watch... I've been watching the Shade Tards a lot lately. Mostly Kara and Wink, but you know, they're our family, so... A lot of people asked, when did we get married? We're not married. We've been together the majority of 8+ years, and we have not gotten that far. Yes, we've had a baby, but a wedding has not yet happened. So,
Not yet. We had talked about it, and I think we agreed on something that we want to do.
Yeah. We just, you know, I think because we had up and downs, we've always been, I think, a little hesitant. Both of us, for our own reasons. Now that we've had Peyton, we've really made an effort to make our relationship work too for us.
The problem with us is we're just stubborn people.
That's so true. We've never had the fairy tale relationship. Never.
I think it's made us stronger, though.
I would agree.
Because we communicate pretty well about it.
We've had to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we still have our arguments, but I think we're doing a lot better than we used to.
So,
I think we're on the right path.
To answer that, we're not married. Are we getting married someday?
Yes. So, how old are we? I'm 29.
Just turned 30 September 4th.
Yep. And my birthday's in June, so we're really close in age. How has it been adjusting from a couple to parents? Do we have any advice? Well,
I think it's gotten better as far as relationship-wise.
I would agree.
I think it's brought us closer and actually sealed our relationship.
I would say so too. You know, we didn't plan her either. We should just put that out there. We're not married and we didn't plan on having a child when we did. But
well, you didn't have the greatest of chances either with your background.
Which we'll get to later. That's one of the questions. So, yeah, I think I would agree with you that I think it's made us a lot closer. I think the biggest thing, advice from, because like I said, we weren't planning, and so our mental state when we found out we were pregnant was kind of like, oh crap.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, as the mom, as being a pregnant woman, I think I just had to embrace it, and I think that I just kind of just soaked it up and chose for it to be great. And I think you did too, as a father, but I think that...
Yeah, I was never really sure if I ever wanted kids, but now that I have them, it's amazing. Like,
yeah.
People would tell me it'll change your life, and boy does it, for the better.
She's so awesome. She really is.
Perfect.
So, I think just being open-minded, and I think being flexible, and I think really communicating with your partner is the bit of advice I could give.
Yep. Be honest. Help out.
Be emotionally supportive.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a guy. It's really important. As a woman, you need it. And he needed it too, really. Because he's going, oh my gosh, now I have to support a family, not just, the two of us. So
Yeah, now I can't just do my own thing.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
We've tied you down, honey. Okay, what will be the most important lesson we teach Peanut and why? This came up from my girlfriend Katie, by the way. And I think it's a great question. What do you think?
The most important lesson I can teach my daughter. That's a rough question. I should have thought of that beforehand.
For me, I think it's the golden rule. Do unto others as you would have done to you. If she can be kind and caring and humble and loving, and she treats people that way, then she'll get that in return.
Yeah.
Just treat others.
Want her to love herself and love who she is and be who she is and not change who she is when she's around people.
I think that's awesome too. I think that's great. There's really quite a few things that I think are important, but
I see people that aren't themselves around other people. I tend to like the ones that are themselves. So I want that out of Peanut.
And she shouldn't be ashamed of who she is, whatever she turns out to be. So I think that's
great.
Duh. So somebody asked how long we were married before deciding to have Peyton. Well, like we said, we didn't plan on having her, so we weren't deciding, we're going to have her at 29 or, 30. But we were together 7.5 years before we got pregnant. On and off, but majority of 7.5 years, so. Where did we go to college? I went to Eastern Oregon University in La Grande. I studied actually a dual major, sociology and anthropology. I fell in love with it, but it is not provided what I wish it would have in comparison to the amount of debt that I took out to get the degree. So, but.
And I just went to Lynn Benton Community College for half a year, decided I didn't know what I wanted to be, and just started working with my brothers over in Central Oregon where I met you. So it all worked out.
Yeah, everything happens for a reason. So what are our careers? That kind of flows right into that. I work at a resort. I work at a sports facility. Actually, I'm a supervisor there. I kind of do a whole bunch of stuff with where I'm at, but I have a lot of fun doing it. The people I work with are like family. But is it really geared towards my degree? No. But I love it. And you?
I've been doing construction for 10 years. I pave highways. And try not to travel too much. Pays the bills though, and I like being outside and working. And I like the fact that I work 8 months on and have 4 months off to spend with my daughter.
Yeah, that's
kind of like the opposite of a teacher. I get the winters off, teachers get summers off.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Okay, what type of vloggers do you think we'll be? What do
I'm
you
really
think?
not sure how to answer that, depending on how...
What are you doing?
She's tapping her belly.
She's asleep.
Oh, is she? I can't see her. Rock on, play guitar. Okay. So, anyways, it could depend, I guess. I mean...
I think while she's this little, I don't think we're going to do an everyday vlog. I think maybe like a weekly thing or big events. And the reason I say that is because he's still kind of working right now. And right now I work every night of the week. And so because we're kind of in this routine during the week, there's really not a whole lot exciting going on yet, especially while she's little. We could film her all day long, but you guys would probably get bored of that. But I think as she gets older, I think we'll have longer vlogs or more frequently.
Yeah, it's not like when they're this little, you're not out seeing the world. I mean, your world is kind of at home feeding her on a consistent basis.
But I think, going into the holiday season too, like there's some things that we can do.
Yeah, we'll
holiday
definitely
related.
do some. Yeah, I guess it could be. I don't know. I just love myself. I love myself.
Okay.
I'm touching myself. Okay, next question.
I think it's gonna vary for a while. In
I
other
want
words,
to edit that part.
I don't think so. Somebody asked me in particular, will I be into doing makeup tutorials later? Even though Kara's family, I don't really wear makeup, honestly. Like, I don't even wear it right.
But isn't she gorgeous?
Oh, stop it. No, honestly, like, the most I'll do is a little under eye concealer, and then I'll throw on this bronzer all over my face, and a little bit of blush and eyeliner and mascara. I really don't wear a whole lot, so if you want me to do makeup videos, you would regret it after I did it. I could, like, try and mimic a video that Kara does and show you how horrible I am at doing makeup, but you're not gonna get any good makeup videos.
I'm pretty good, though.
You gonna do my makeup one day?
No.
You gonna do your own makeup?
Maybe.
This is getting disturbing. Okay, Kevin, would you really make cooking videos? As we discussed earlier. I'm gonna force him to.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean,
that'll give you more reasons to try new things and stuff too.
Yeah.
Or cook more frequently.
Do some creme brulee and...
So good when you do that.
Yeah. See, I'm not a chef, so I do my own thing. I do a lot of my own ideas.
Mm-hmm. Okay, sorry, our memory card was full because we take so many videos and pictures of her already. So anyway, you were in the process of saying, or answering if you would really make cooking videos, and you were in the process of saying that you're kind of creative and you make up your own stuff.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
And I use Pinterest.
He does, he's a Pinterest user. So, which is awesome because there's really good recipes on
Just for recipes. That's all I use it for.
Yep. It's okay, you can use it for other things, you can tell him.
I love it.
Oh my gosh. Okay, anyway, so you'll get to see him use a lot of those recipes. Changes since we've become parents?
It's made me less of a wild boy. Find myself drinking less.
Being a parent.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, I'm kind of a planner anyway, but it takes me like 3 times as long to get ready to do anything because she's just, you know, babies are demanding. But like everybody talks about how kids wake up at night and blah, blah, blah. For her, like last night, she turned 12 weeks old today. And last night, she went 7.5 hours before she woke me up to eat. So we are really lucky with her because even when she was waking more frequently, she would still get like 3-4 hours solid right up front of her nighttime routine and then would start waking up, and she eats like every 2 hours. But I think just adjusting to having to take care of another person, plan for another person, you have to really think about your day, what you're gonna wear, because if you're out and about and she needs fed, you know, gotta strip my bra off or whatever. But you just become more responsible. You're not just thinking about yourself anymore.
Yeah.
You're definitely thinking about her.
Yeah, I'd go have drinks with my older brothers. Other brothers other than Travis. There's a lot of us. Yeah, we'd go have drinks, but I don't even do that much anymore at the bar. So.
We have to think about how we spend our money differently, all kinds of stuff. So you have to become more responsible. So how often do we see Wink and Kara? Okay, they literally just moved around the corner. You guys all saw the new house videos.
Yeah, I could throw a rock at their house from here.
We look at our backyard and we look to the left and it's like, bink, hello. So that's really cool, actually.
We'll be taking walks with Elena and Peanut.
Yeah, because we live close to a canyon. So previous to them moving in, how often did we see them? A couple times a month, at least.
Yeah, I'd see Wink probably almost every weekend.
Yeah, because of football, you know, the duck games and stuff.
Yeah.
But I say we saw them as at least a couple times a month. Probably like maybe every week. Mostly. But I think we'll be seeing a lot more of them now.
A lot more.
Which is exciting because they're a really great couple.
Wink likes my buffalo wings.
Okay, would we consider doing a P.O. box for our little Peanut? One person asked that. I think maybe right now, if you wanted to send something to her, you could probably use Kara's P.O. box. But I think then within the next couple vlogs, maybe we'll get one set up and we'll let you know by then. Yeah. But if you're really adamant about sending something right now, you can send it to Kara's, I would say. She'd be okay with that. Okay. Last question. 3 interesting things about us. I have 3 interesting things. They were pretty easy for me.
Yeah, she's full of herself. You go first, because I have no idea. I'm not interesting.
Okay. My right arm does not straighten. I don't have full extension in it. But that is because I had bone cancer in my right arm my senior year of high school. And I had to have a cadaver bone. So they cut out my right humerus and put a donor bone in there, and then they put a big bar and a ton of screws to keep it together. So half of my arm, or you know, this upper half of my arm is full of metal and dead bone, essentially. So that's kind of one, I would say. Another one for me is that, and if that comment you heard earlier about me not having the best chances of having kids, my oncologist told me from the moment I finished chemo at 18 years old, you know, I just graduated high school, that if I wanted kids, I needed to do it then. And there's no way in hell I was ready to have kids then. You know, it wasn't until 10 years later that I got pregnant. I didn't think I could get pregnant, honestly. So, but we were blessed with her. So my second interesting thing is I was asked to fly to Japan to be on a TV show to reunite with one of my exchange students who we'd lost contact with. So I got to meet a famous Japanese rock star, and I got to be on TV there, and that was a fun experience. But it was like a 4-day trip. It was just out of the blue, and I went and came home, and it was woo! So that was fun. And then I would say the third one for me is my first job was milking goats and making goat cheese. Those are my 3 things.
I have none.
Yes, you do. 3 interesting things about you. He was an awesome basketball player in high school.
Oh, that was good. But that was then. That's not interesting now.
Okay, fine. Now, I think you should tell this. He literally has won awards from the state because he is so good at what he does. And he doesn't think that's a big deal because it's just my job, but
It's not really.
it is cool. I think you should feel accomplished. I think it's cool.
I run big machinery. I run the biggest equipment on highways. I have nothing. I'm not interesting.
Yes, you are. I'm giving you a chance to think of stuff.
I know.
He's really, really good with computers. He has the most gorgeous blue eyes.
God. Really? Got nothing.
Well, the things that I think...
I didn't prepare for this. She's way more interesting with her cancer and all that. But
Yeah.
how do I top that? Seriously, I'm gonna go second.
You told
on that
me to
one.
go first.
I can drink most people under the table anytime.
I don't think you should have said that. I don't think you should have said that. But you don't drink that much anymore, remember?
No, but I still can. No, we don't do that anymore, do we, Peanut? Those days are behind us. I say we just end the video because I'm very boring.
He's not that boring.
We'll
You'll
cut
see
that
how
out.
he's not that boring later. All seriousness too, I am extremely open about my cancer and my treatment and everything I had to do. I will not hide anything. I think the more people are educated, the better. Feel free to ask any questions, talk about anything you need. I'm totally here. I'm totally open. Anyway, so that's the end of the questions. It's our first vlog. I hope it's well received. I hope we don't look like such goobers or too boring or whatever. What? He's just like, I don't care. Just turn this thing off.
What do you think?
Anyway, if you guys have any other video ideas or things that you want to see about our lives, let us know. But I think what I'd like to do too is maybe take, because we videotaped her birth. And we actually videotaped everything. So there's parts of me showing that I don't really want to show the world. But there are definitely parts of those videos like contractions and stuff like that.
You might be able to edit some, not make it so graphic.
Graphic, yeah. But I think that would be kind of fun to show you guys. So if you're interested in that, let us know.
Yeah, and show dads how to be awesome in the delivery room.
He really surprised me, actually. So it was awesome. But anyway, guys have any ideas, let us know. Until next time, see you later.
Bye.
Alligator.